The stuff I'm got to show y'all is gonna exceed your expectation. I know what you're thinking. What am I doing about talking about predicting characters? Then I already did that before? Yeah, I already did that. But however, the thing I'm talking about is this. The most predicted characters in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is not an assumption. This is something that I watched over for this past month or so. So I watched based over 50 videos in the creators comment section. Literally, I watched all over 53 exact about character predictions for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and scavenger hunt through the comment section. And I will have all the creators, okay, that I watched in the description. Okay, here's the rules. Okay, there are rules and stuff. The rules are 1 video per creator. So all 53 YouTubers that I watched, okay, have 1 video. So literally, there's some people that has multiple character predictions and stuff like that too. I only chose the 1. And 2, not counting wish lists and wants. So there's a lot of people that has a wish list and a want. Let's say like, oh, I wish Professor Egad is in the game, or I want Funky Kong in the game. I'm not counting those, okay? But that's when it comes to rule number 3, which is I'm only counting predictions and speculations. So if a person's saying I predict this character, or they have a good reasoning, or they're like, yo, I bet Nintendo is gonna add them in or somehow, that I will count, okay? And so number 4, I'm only counting top 5 through 6 characters, okay? Because there's some people that literally predicts the whole encyclopedia of Mario Kart characters, okay? Like, well, 10 characters, that's too much. So a good top 5, which again, we're getting 5 more characters. And so I'll let it aside of a top 6 thing, because there's people that are saying, oh, it's either a Funky Kong or Diddy Kong might show up. Like those scenarios, okay? And of course, rule number 5, share the love and support every creator. Okay, so all the videos that you see in the description, share the love, share the support, okay? So we got 4 categories. So you're wondering what the 4 categories are, is this. So first is non-Mario characters. Then we have the Mario characters. And of course, number 3, we got the Mario Kart characters, who is not in 8 Deluxe. And number 4 is a mystery. So you gotta wait until the mystery part. Okay, so it can come in any second. Okay, so why I split them up? Why do I split them up? So it's simple. So this is why. So Nintendo literally has a, has it on the website. So this is legit. They said stay tuned for more characters from the Mario Kart series joining the race in future raves. Again, the Mario Kart series characters. And if we go back, okay, people are predicting non-Mario characters and Mario characters that is not in a Mario Kart game at all. Okay, and there's one character that, is a Mario Kart character, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay, there's 2 of them. One that is, exclusively out of 8 Deluxe, and the one character that could show up in 8 Deluxe, if that makes sense. So it is a non-Mario character. I just want to point this out for the people that's guessing a whole bunch about the characters. They just need to know who's in the Mario Kart series and who is not. Okay, so again, there is 51 characters all in total from all the 53 videos that I watched. And so all the predictions will count as votes. So get ready for all the characters that I'm about to show y'all. Okay, here we go. The non-Mario characters. So there's 10 characters that got predicted for the top 5 to be in 8 Deluxe. Okay, for somehow. So, starting off with the 1 voters. We got Shulk and Pakimari. Okay, Shulk from Xenoblade. Okay, we all know the anime blonde boy on the Xenoblade series, right? One of the characters in Smash Brothers, but also Pakimari is one of the characters I did not expect to get predicted by one person. And if you're wondering where this character is from, that character is from Overwatch. How would an Overwatch character be in a Mario Kart game when there's like no Overwatch character to be in Smash Brothers? Okay, that just doesn't make no sense. I know one person one username, and I don't want to say their name, that predicted show. And I still have their name stuck in my mind till this day when I first saw it. Going to the second vote, we got Sonic and Pokemon. Yeah, legit, just a Pokemon. I didn't hear anybody say Pikachu, okay, or Garchomp or someone. They just said a character from Pokemon. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just gonna say Pokemon and just go along with it. And so like some people say like, oh, they want Pikachu, but it didn't count as a prediction, as a hardcore prediction and stuff. Sonic, on the other hand, it's just ridiculous. I mean, like, yeah, I understand that Sonic was with Mario in the Olympic Games. At the same time, like, bro, don't expect third-party characters to show up unless it's for a new game. I mean, you got the Mii costume. That's all you get. So next up, 4 votes for Olimar. I heard a reason that, like, oh, like Miyamoto loves Pikmin and stuff. So obviously, like, they can shoot in Olimar for the DLC of Mario Kart. You can have a Pikmin type track and stuff. I'm like, look, I understand, you know, he could fit in Mario Kart, and you know, a Pikmin track would be kind of cool, you know, have all the Pikmin, like, you know, just running around and have a like bunch of Bulborbs and stuff like that. Thing with crossover characters is that they have to show up in tour. Okay, so if there was a Pikmin tour and Olimar is playable, he can go up, you know, since he is going to be part in the Mario Kart series if that was going to happen. Okay, in the same way that goes with every other first-party Nintendo character that is not in Mario Kart yet. But next up, we got 5 votes, and we got Pac-Man and Samus. I know what you're thinking about Pac-Man, but is he in a Mario Kart game yet? He's in the arcade Mario Kart games. He's not in the console Mario Kart series. They showed off all the games that the Booster Course Pass is going to feature, and they didn't include the Mario Kart arcade games since they were developed by Bandai Namco. You have to include Pac-Man and also Don Chan in there as well, you know, just to be part of the roster. Okay, if they're going to bring arcade tracks into the Booster Course Pass. But sadly, that's not going to happen, and therefore, he's in that non-Mario Kart category, even though he is in part of the series. So I hope that kind of makes sense. As for Samus, you know, we already got a Samus Mii. Like, both of them got Mii costume. Samus, yeah, the uprising for like Metroid Prime 4 is still in existence, and plus, like, we still got the remasters and stuff like that too. But at the same time, 5 people predicted those 2. Next up, you got Zelda. Now, Zelda, I heard a lot of wait. Okay. All right. Hold on. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix this. I gotta fix it. There you go. Zelda. There you go. We're at the right Zelda. So Zelda, I heard a lot of talk because of Tears of Kingdom type speculation for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because they did that for Breath of the Wild. That was years ago. I've seen why people are predicting Zelda to be one of the characters. I mean, it makes sense, you know, and plus, like, Tears of Kingdom could attract sales and also like a lot of, you know, consumers, you know, digesting the whole bunch of content for the new game. And so having that, a new like Tears of Kingdom track in the DLC will be like a, you know, kind of an eye catcher. But at the same time, it won't happen just because it doesn't highlight one of the cups, unlike the Yoshi, okay, the food cup for Yoshi's Island. And we don't have something like the, you know, a Triforce cup, okay, like we already have in 8 Deluxe already. And plus the base game of 8 on the Wii U.
I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Next up, we have Kirby, jumping up to 16 people that predicted him. It's another character that I understand why people predicting him. It's because we're going back in time during the Smash 4 trailer for Rosalina's announcement. We have Kirby just racing on Rainbow Road, and people thought, like, without the Smash logo, they were seeing this on the Direct Live, and then the Smash Brothers logo didn't appear, and he just jumps out of nowhere, and people thought he was gonna be in Mario Kart, and so that would have been mind-blowing. And we still have not yet had that chance yet. He has tough competition because he has one more. He has one more character to deal with. And he already has a lot of content within 8 Deluxe already. And that is my man, Captain Falcon. The only character that actually makes a lot of sense than everyone around. He makes a lot of sense. Okay? One, he's already in a racing game. Okay? Which is called F-Zero. Great racing series. 2, there's already 2 F-Zero tracks. And got the Blue Falcon. Yeah, there's a me outfit. And you can, make a Captain Falcon me to kind of look like him. We absolutely need the guy. And I wouldn't mind him to see him in one of those 5 spots. The problem is that Tour doesn't have anti-gravity. It's gotta be hard for him to actually show up unless they want to port in a one of the old school SNES F-Zero tracks to be in Tour. I mean, I think that would be kind of cool. But man, Captain Falcon, even if he's obviously not gonna appear in 8 Deluxe, hopefully for a new game. Hopefully. Maybe. Or maybe a, F-Zero GX remaster, please. I hope. We're going to get into Mario characters that are not in a Mario Kart game. And there is 19 characters. The one voters is a lot of characters. So here we go. We got 12 characters to talk about. We got Blue Shell character, Romp, Professor Egad, Honey Bee, okay, the guards for Honey Cream, Piranha Plant, King K. Rool, Bawful, Blooper, Toadsworth, Movie Mario, Baby Pauline, and shoutouts to Nibwalk Rock for the render. Okay, that person did the render. And Goomba Stack. Okay, so Blue Shell character. Okay, one person predicted a Blue Shell character to show up. Now, I don't know if they're talking about the Blue Koopa Freerunning or the Blue Shell guards from the Mario movie. Either way, like, the fact that that person that said a Blue Shell character out of everybody else is kind of funny. And so Romp, Romp could, he could work, right? At the same time, he's a hazard in Berlin. At the same time, Monty Rolls is a hazard as well. But in other tracks like Moo Moo Meadows and Amsterdam Trip, but he could be playable. He's already playable in Tour, but Romp isn't. None of these characters are playable in a Mario Kart game, except for Professor Egad, which he was cut for DS. I understand like Professor Egad hype, okay, makes a lot of sense. You got a whole bunch of carts to like put together and stuff. Scientist, weird dude. Makes sense. Honeybee, I read into a comment that says Honeybee to be predicted. It might be a typo for Honey Cream, but the fact that they didn't even bother changing it is funny. We got Piranha Plant. Now, but the funny thing is that a Piranha Plant emblem is actually around in Mario Kart Tour. Now, we don't know if he's gonna be playable in that game or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does. We got Poochie, for crying out loud. Anything could happen, right, for him, especially he's a playable character in Mario Tennis Aces, but it's the fire one. And also he's a playable character in Smash Brothers as well, because he's one of my main characters. Plant is an item though. It'll be kind of funny to see a Piranha Plant using another Piranha Plant, so I think that would be funny. All right, King K. Rool. Now Donkey Kong's arch nemesis, okay, so we're gonna give up on the other Kongs and just jump right into King K. Rool. If they want to prioritize the Donkey Kong series, even though we only got one Kong in the game as of right now, in a future game maybe, but he was in Mario Baseball on the Wii and also like Smash Brothers as well, but yeah. Bawful is a weird one. They're not gonna go after RPG characters. They're not gonna go for RPG characters unless they do for the next game. That would be kind of sick. Blooper, that's another coincidence with Piranha Plant using a Piranha Plant. A Blooper bloops himself. But at the same time, we got King Boo and the Boo item. But at the same time, like, King Boo is the superior version of Boo. Toadsworth is kind of wild. People assume Toadsworth is dead. Not quite. Not quite. Because he was in the storyboards for the Mario movie. But the fact that they replaced him with the blue Toad with the glasses, I'm like, bro, that should have been Toadsworth. it should have been. And so, and also like Toadsworth was the, you know, the guy that drives the golden cart and the celebration in Mario Kart Double Dash if you get first place. We have like a little instance of like how he could work, but at the same time, he's just a cameo. And also, speaking of movies, we have Movie Mario. Yeah, one person predicted Movie Mario just to cross-promote the movie. Like, you could have chose any character. Like, you could have chose, you know, the Blue Shell Guardian, Cranky Kong, or Spike. We gotta go with Movie Mario. All right, I guess. Baby Pauline. Do we need more baby characters? Like, one person predicted Pauline, yes, but also predicted Baby Pauline because Nintendo just loves putting baby characters, and also like whoever's gonna be the main female, okay, the hot new female like Pauline, for example, it's gonna have a baby version of them, just like Rosalina. And I'm just like, bro, I don't want that to happen. Just don't make that happen. But also, I do want them to make this happen as Goomba stack. It would be kind of funny to actually see just a tower of Goombas just riding on a cart. I think that would be kind of hilarious. Not gonna lie. Let's keep going with 2 votes. We got Luigi, Penguin, and Boom Boom. No Pom Pom. Pom Pom is nowhere in the 51 characters, surprisingly. So Luigi, it's funny to see Luigi getting 2 votes more than Egad. So he has one over him. So they want a clone Luigi more than Egad. Okay. And then Penguin, I want Penguin. I want Penguin in the game. Okay, should have been in Tour a long time ago with Snowland, and Boom Boom could have happened a long time ago with Pom Pom in Tour as well. Whenever when they did that pipe gotchas, easy characters to shoe in, especially with like Luigi and Egad, like a crossover type thing for a Tour. Also, Luigi makes sense to use because like Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach. I mean, might as well. 3 votes. We got Cappy. I'm surprised like not a lot of people voted for Cappy, or like not predicted Cappy. He's another character that kind of makes sense, you know. The Beauty and Odyssey, he's literally attached to Mario through the whole game. Cap Kingdom track to go alongside with him would have made sense, maybe for a new game, but not necessarily for a deluxe or Tour. You know, he could show up in Tour. And so yeah, he could have had a trick animation, but he turns into another hat. That'd be kind of sick. Next up, we got 4 votes for Luma and Goomba. So we got 4 people voted for predicted Luma and regular Goomba. For Luma, I understand the speculation of why is he didn't appear in Rosalina's trick animations, or like didn't stand by her like in Mario Kart Wii days. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to see him, like, you know, not be in a Mario Kart game. He's not even on Rainbow Road. True. Yeah, he was not on Rainbow Road. And plus, there is also the logo for him in Tour as well. We don't know if he's gonna have a playable status in Tour or not. But Goomba, the obstacle in every course, in almost every course. People say that he can't steer. What if I tell you he got telekinesis? He can hold a baseball bat. He can hold a baseball glove. He can play sports. He's a playable character in Super Mario Party. Let him be in a race car. Okay? Let him race. I don't mind him. I don't mind Goomba. No, I don't mind Luma either. In fact, Luma could actually have a whole bunch of colors and stuff to go alongside, right? To choose all the colors. Like red, green, blue, even the black one. And then jumping into the final character is Cranky Kong. I understand Cranky Kong, okay, since he is in the Mario movie, you know, more people voting on him just because of that. I heard another reason too, was that like, oh, just give Funky Kong a break. He can show up in the next game or so. And just have a new Kong go along beside it. And so just bring in Cranky Kong, even though Dixie Kong is there too. But Cranky Kong, out of all the Mario characters, he's the most voted one. And I don't mind. I don't mind him to be in the game as well. You know, not too sure if they're gonna put Cranky Kong in. But at the same time, there's a lot of Koopas, but we could have a lot of monkeys. Next up, now this is the mystery category. I want you to take a guess of what this category is. Random ideas? Nah, non-Nintendo? Good guess. Costume characters? Surprisingly not. So, introducing a Mario Kart character that is already in 8 Deluxe but didn't pay attention to the damn roster. and we have one character. Who is that one character that a person predicted for the top 5 DLC that is already in the game? Now, any guesses? Any guesses of who that's gonna be? Link? No, not Link. The Mii's? Nah, it's not the Mii's. Tri Bowser? Nah, it's not Tri Bowser. Toad Color Alt? Nah. Tanuki Mario? No. Those are some good guesses. The character that got predicted, that is already in the base game already. Toadette. Toadette. One person predicted Toadette to be in the top 5 DLC, which they're already in the game already. Like, there's a lot of choke like predictions and stuff. Like, oh, I predict Shrek's gonna be in there or stuff like that, and they're memeing. Like, I'm not gonna count memes and stuff, but I'm counting like real legit predictions. Like, this person one like literally had like Pauline and like Paratroopa and then Toadette for some odd reason. I was just like, whoa, this person did not pay attention to the roster. It's like Diddy Kong. Like, people like didn't know that like Diddy Kong was in the base roster already. And they're actually kind of surprised. Like, oh, he's not in the game already? Like, well, it's like one of those situations. All right, jumping into the next category. But this is the category that has the meat and potatoes. Mario Kart characters that are not in 8 Deluxe. And there's 21 characters. Starting off, okay, we have the One Voters with Me Outfit B and Captain Toad. So we're gonna get enough Me outfits, so we gotta go with the classic plumber outfit, not the Mario and Luigi Me outfits. And of course, Captain Toad, you know, I mean, like Captain Toad, no, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT explorer. And next up, we got Poochie. Even though he's already a cameo in the Yoshi's Island track, will he pop off in 8 Deluxe? Less likely he will not. Maybe in a new game, but not for this one. Plus, like, if they want to go in, you know, character updates, right? Like every month or 2 months or so. It doesn't have to go along with the raves. I mean, they could pop off. They could show off. At the same time, I feel like it's a super less likelihood for Poochie to be in 8 Deluxe, but for a new game, I hope so. All right, moving on from Poochie, we got Pete Jet, and I wouldn't blame them just because, like, you know, it's another cop out. They want to throw another clone type character for DLC. Like, this is probably one of them. And surprisingly, spoiler alert, Meowser is not even in this list. And even though it's not another Peach, it's a Toadette that has a power-up to transform as Peach. But anyways, SNES Mario is like got 5 people predicted just because, oh, you know, they could shoe in another Mario in there as well. And I've seen some people, you know, having him as a costume slot for Mario. I'm just like, bro, this man right here is a separate identity. This is a separate character. I would love to have SNES Mario to be in a, you know, console Mario Kart game, just not this one. Next up, we got Monty Mole. I don't blame the 6 people, you know, like voting for him, but DLC terms, it would be like interesting. I think he will be a good base character to add in for the next game, but for DLC, I don't think so. Not the slightest of chance. Next up, Donkey Kong Jr. doubled up the votes from Monty Mole all the way to 12. That's a character that, you know, could show up. Not likelihood, okay? Not the likelihood, but he could pop off. Whether it will be in the 16-bit form or the 3D renders that some people oddly want, have them trap in this 16-bit form. Let them be. Next up, Paratroopa. I am surprised that Paratroopa got more votes than Monty Mole. I'm just saying. Why the hell would you vote for a Koopa with rings? There's nothing interesting. Like, yeah, trick animations could be cool. You know, I know, like, you know, he has a playable status in Double Dash. And plus, there's like a rumor that he could pop off in Tour as well. Just because he has this icon in there as well. But man, for DLC, not gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna have a slightest chance. Even though that, yeah, they have assets. Okay. They have a lot of paratroopers, you know, flying around in Sky Garden and stuff. Moving on from Paratrooper, we got Dixie Kong. Whether it will be Funky Kong or Dixie Kong, you know, and I heard the reasoning of like, oh, Dixie Kong just, you know, needs to show up. Same reason as Cranky Kong, but this makes more sense because he's already in a Mario Kart game. But I wouldn't mind her inclusion if she was going to be in one of those 5. One of those 5 is either those two. Those two are tied. Charging Chuck and Honey Cream. Charging Chuck, I don't mind him. Honey Cream, I don't mind her. Honey Cream is a little bit weird, okay, just to be on a bike and stuff. If it was me, if I want to choose one of the characters, I would choose Chuck. Even though Honey Cream makes sense as a female heavyweight, even though like Pink Gold Peach kind of took her spot. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre that like those two are actually tied. Next up, we got Nabbit. He's one of the more unique characters. They already debuted in like the new Super Mario Bros. Games, and plus he's, you know, playable character in some other spin-off games. So next up, we got Wriggler. I actually don't mind him more than Honey Cream, actually. Like, when we're ever gonna see the Dark Horseman of Wriggler, Paratroopa, and Honey Cream to show up in tour? We'll just never know. So moving on to Wriggler, we got Hammer Bro with all his different variants, right? Fire Bro, Ice Bro, Boomerang Bro as costumes. That I would actually want. That's a DLC move that needs to put in if Hammer Bros actually shows up. So moving on with Hammer Bro, King Bob-omb, another heavyweight that makes a lot of sense to be one of the top 5. And plus, once I saw him like in tour for the first time, like, well, my mind got blown. Like, no pun intended there. But yeah, I wouldn't mind him seeing this game, the top 5. You have one more character, and some people forget this character existed. This character got the most votes. So flip the numbers of 35, you get 53. You get Rob. With all the other Nintendo casuals, okay, we're like, man, Rob is the legit. He was the OG. Go on the back in Mario Kart DS. And plus, like, they were like having theories of the final spot theory, because all the guest characters with Link, Inklings, and Animal Crossing, like, he shoots the bill. I wouldn't mind seeing Rob in the game. It would be kind of funny, but at the same time, like, I don't know how he works in a bike. But yeah, and that's it. The end. That's all the characters. Or is it? Keep in mind that we mentioned 46 characters, and all the 46 characters have a combination of 362 votes. Okay. We're in the Elite 5. This is not a top 5. This is the Elite 5. These 5 characters has the most juggernaut predictions / votes I have seen. From all the speculations I've seen from all 53 videos, these are the top 5 characters that I've seen the most. And so the combination of the votes is 1,476 altogether. 24.5% more than all the 46 characters that was mentioned. And you're questioning who? Some people already know who it is. So let me show y'all the top 5 characters in 8 Deluxe for DLC speculation. You got the Mount Rushmore of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC speculation. So, you want to know from the top, from the bottom to the top. So here we go. First up, you got Kamek with 231 votes. Yeah, jumping from 53 to 200 real fast. Makes a lot of sense. He was cut from Mario Kart 64. He was cut from Mario Kart 8. And also, like, Hammer Bro was cut from Mario Kart Wii as well. But we're on Kamek. He's the right-hand man for Bowser in the Mario movie. He's reasonable. Obviously a shoe-in. Makes a lot of sense. And speaking of which, Pauline with 288 votes. You got a lot of spin-off playable status, okay, with Mario Golf, Tennis, and Strikers. Plus, she was one of the first new characters alongside with Peachette. She could have been released alongside with New York Minute, but characters should have been released at the beginning of Wave 1. The next character, Funky Kong. Surprisingly, he's not the top 2. He's not even the number 1. Even though a lot of people want Funky Kong in the game. One of the more popular characters in all of Mario Kart. Broken as hell on Wii. And of course, broke the tour servers as well, alongside with Dixie Kong. Makes a lot of sense. to be a DLC character, and probably have more people to buy the booster course pass just for this guy. If he doesn't make it in, if like Hammer Bro or King Bomb shows up and takes his spot, it's understandable, but at the same time, some people might get upset. And next up, you got PD Piranha. He could go alongside with Piranha Plant Cove, which is a new track and tour, obviously coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, a whole bunch of PD references, and you know that this dude is gonna show up in 8 Deluxe. And it's about damn time, because he's in Double Dash, and he's put into tour, and I want to see this dude in HD and 8 Deluxe. And of course, got Diddy Kong with 337. He's the #1 most predicted character in all of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He just is. He's the obvious choice. Okay, like he's the right hand man for Donkey Kong. He's the next Kong that, you know, should be in the game. You have one YouTuber has their mom saying, "Hey, which character do you want for Mario Kart DLC?" The first character that popped up to her mind was Diddy Kong. And plus, Diddy Kong has his own Hot Wheels. He's the most obvious choice, right next to Birdo, to be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Should have been in the game from the get-go. And that is all 51 characters that we covered from this entire presentation. So again, lots of characters to, you know, to discuss, but we obviously got the 5 already, and those 5 characters being Kamek, Pauline, Funky Kong, PD Piranha, and Diddy Kong. Those are the top 5 characters that is most predicted for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's DLC. So again, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my other stuff. Also, remember rule number 5. Share the love and support for every creator that you see down below in the description. Okay? Respect them. Thanks for them for, you know, putting these videos out there. You know, watching every single one of them, like, you know, subscribe and all that stuff. Show the same love and support. Okay? And this is the end. For real this time. For real. Anyways, bicycles, peace out. And y'all have yourselves a good one. Bye. And thanks for watching.